The quiet of Willow Creek Estates, a serene suburb north of Charlotte, North Carolina, was broken by the shriek of sirens on a humid afternoon. Imani Johnson, 31, a kindergarten teacher and 6 months pregnant, was walking home down Magnolia Drive. One hand rested on her belly, the other gripped a small tote. Her house on Sycamore Lane was just 3 blocks away. But behind the windows of prim houses, someone was watching. A 911 dispatcher's voice crackled. Suspicious individual, black female, pacing, possibly soliciting. Minutes later, 2 squad cars pulled up. Red and blue lights strobed across the sidewalk. "Hands in the air. Now," shouted Officer Dale Hemmings, his boots slamming the pavement as he exited the car. His partner, Officer Kevin Brody, flanked him, one hand resting casually on his taser. Imani froze. I live down the street," she said, raising her hand slowly. "Get on your knees." Hemmings barked, already approaching. Brody circled, his eyes scanning her. "I'm pregnant," Imani pleaded. "Please, I haven't done anything." Brody sneered. "Pregnant or not, you're acting jumpy." "I'm scared," she said. "You just appeared." Sirens yelling. "What did I do?" "Where's your ID?" Hemmings asked. "In my bag," she whispered. "Please, just be careful." She reached slowly, producing her North Carolina driver's license. Her address, Sycamore Lane. Her name. Her photo. Hemmings snatched it. "This could be fake," he muttered. "You don't look like you belong here." Imani's face tightened. "What do people who belong look like?" Brody smirked. Less anxious. More normal. Without warning, Hemmings shoved her shoulder. "On your knees. Now." "I'm carrying a child," she cried, nearly falling. "Stop resisting." Brody barked, grabbing her arms. "I'm not resisting," she sobbed, her knees hit the asphalt. Her tote spilled. License, receipts, a crushed pack of crackers, and an ultrasound photo fluttered to the curb. "You got anything on you?" Hemmings asked. "Swallowers, carriers, you know the drill." "I'm not a mule." Imani screamed. "You sound high." Slurring, pacing. "I'm not," she cried, from across the street. A curtain shifted. A man watering his lawn stopped mid-spray, and a black sedan rolled to a halt nearby. Detective Isaiah Campbell, Internal Affairs, was on his way home. A road closure had brought him through Willow Creek Estates. Then he saw the scene. 2 officers standing over a woman in a teal dress. Her hands twisted, her face streaked with tears. His sister slammed his brakes and flew from the car. "Get away from her," he shouted. The officers turned. "Who the hell?" "Detective Campbell, Internal Affairs." He flashed his badge. "Step back. Now." "Sir." Hemmings started, stunned. "We didn't know. You didn't know she was my sister?" Campbell's voice dropped. "Dangerous. Or that she was a human being?" She matched a vague description. Brody stammered. "Let me guess. Black. Pregnant? Walking. We were just following protocol," Hemmings muttered. "You call this protocol?" Campbell knelt beside Imani. "Liv, are you okay?" She nodded faintly, lips trembling. "I tried to tell them." Campbell stood. "Badge numbers." "Now." Both officers hesitated, then recited them. Campbell typed into his phone. "You're relieved of duty, effective immediately. Internal Affairs will be in touch." "Sir, we didn't know. You didn't care to know," Campbell said coldly. "You saw a stereotype, not a woman." Neighbors had emerged, phones raised. Murmurs rippled. "That's Campbell from the news. And that's his sister?" A woman from a nearby porch called out. "I made the call." Campbell turned to her. "That suspicious person is a teacher, a mother-to-be, and my sister. Maybe next time, think before dialing." She retreated inside, doors slamming behind her. News crews arrived as more patrol cars lined the street. Campbell stood protectively beside Imani. "This is racial profiling," he said, addressing the cameras. "My sister, an innocent woman, was treated like a criminal because of her skin color." Gasps rose from the crowd. Some openly wept. "This ends now. Not tomorrow. Now." Imani stood slowly, her dress dusty, eyes still wide. "I was just walking home," she said softly. "That's all. I showed them my ID. I told them I was pregnant. But it didn't matter. I didn't look like I belonged." She looked into the crowd. "But I do. We all do." Back at headquarters, Complaints against Hemmings and Brody surfaced. Racial profiling, use of force buried reports. A whistleblower leaked the files. The pattern was clear, and the city was listening. 2 days after the sidewalk arrest, the video footage, captured by neighbors' phones, had garnered over 15 million views. Olivia's tearful pleas on the pavement, her ID lying discarded, the officer's dismissive smirks, Detective Campbell's furious intervention. It was all there. News outlets dubbed it a pivotal moment, a stark illustration of racial injustice in their own backyard. Olivia stayed inside for days, not out of fear, but out of a profound sense of violation and the weight of becoming a symbol. Outside the precinct, peaceful yet powerful protests began. Mothers pushed strollers adorned with signs. "That could have been my child. Walking is not a crime. Protect Black women." At a tense city council meeting, a woman named Keisha Walker stood up, her voice trembling but resolute. "They told my son he looked like trouble when he was just 10 years old, waiting for the school bus. This isn't new. It's just finally visible." One by one, others shared similar stories of being targeted, questioned, and demeaned simply because of their race. Internal Affairs released its initial report. Officers Hemmings and Brody suspended without pay. All previous complaints against them were reopened. A state-level review of the department's training and practices was ordered. Body cam footage previously unavailable mysteriously resurfaced. In one clip from the previous month, Hemmings could be heard saying, "Keep an eye on that one. Hoodie, backpack, probably up to no good." The individual? An 11-year-old Black girl walking home from the library. Detective Campbell remained a quiet force, letting the evidence speak volumes. Then Olivia agreed to a national interview. Sitting across from a renowned journalist on Frontline, she wore a simple black maternity dress, her pregnancy a visible testament to her vulnerability. The world listened intently. "I never asked to be a symbol," she said, her voice steady despite the underlying pain. "I just wanted to walk home." The host asked, "What was the worst part?" She swallowed, her gaze distant. "It wasn't the hands on me or being forced to my knees. It was the moment I realized they had already decided I was less than human before I even spoke my name. That's what broke me." The interviewer paused. "And what made you get back up?" Olivia looked directly into the camera, her eyes filled with a quiet strength. "My baby, because one day they will walk these streets too, and I'll be damned if they face the same injustice I did." The nation rallied behind her. Hemmings and Brody were charged with aggravated assault, unlawful detention, filing a false report, and official misconduct. Their initial confidence in court eroded as the body cam footage played, their callous words echoing in the silent courtroom. Hemmings, "Just cuff her. These types always play the victim." Brody, "Yeah, they're all the same." Olivia took the stand, her presence a powerful indictment. "I offered no resistance. I posed no threat. I simply existed, and that was enough for them." After a tense deliberation, the jury returned a guilty verdict. The courtroom erupted in a mix of relief and righteous anger. The judge handed down the sentence: 2 years of probation, mandatory anger management and racial sensitivity training, and the permanent revocation of their law enforcement certifications. While some felt the sentence was lenient, Olivia's focus was on systemic change. "It's not just about punishment," she told reporters. "It's about accountability, exposure, and real change." And today, we took a step forward. 8 weeks later, the Olivia Campbell Act passed unanimously in the North Carolina legislature. Key provisions included mandatory body cam activation for all stops, immediate review of use of force incidents involving minority civilians, the establishment of independent civilian oversight boards in every district, and comprehensive bias training for all law enforcement personnel, with specific protocols protecting pregnant individuals from unwarranted restraint 0.9 months after that life-altering day. Olivia gave birth to a healthy baby boy named Justice Elijah Campbell. In the quiet of the hospital room, Detective Campbell held his nephew, a silent promise in his eyes. "Your mother fought for you before you even took your first breath. This world will be better because of her." 1 year later, the same neighborhood, the same sidewalk, under a bright Carolina sky. Olivia walked again, this time pushing Justice in a stroller. She wore the same teal dress, now a symbol of resilience. Neighbors waved, some stopping to chat, their initial apprehension replaced with a newfound respect. Up ahead, she saw two young black boys walking home from school, their laughter echoing, their backpacks bouncing. Unafraid, Olivia smiled. She had indeed made room in this world.